Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we reveal some of the most valuable coins in the world, coins that collectors and investors are willing to pay thousands or even millions for. Imagine holding a single coin in your hand that could change your life forever. It's small, unassuming, a humble 1-cent piece. But this is no ordinary penny. This is the 1975 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. A coin so rare that collectors and wealthy investors alike are chasing it like hidden treasure. If you think rare coins are just trinkets for hobbyists, think again. The current market value of this remarkable penny is a staggering $999,000. Yes, nearly $1 million, hiding quietly in wallets, drawers, and old coin collections across the country. You might even have one and not realize it. Can you feel your heartbeat quicken? Good. That's the sound of opportunity knocking. Now, before we dive deeper, let me ask you this. Have you ever looked at something ordinary and wondered if it could be extraordinary? Maybe it's that dusty box of coins from your grandfather, or a forgotten jar in the attic. What if I told you that your very next discovery could make headlines in the coin world and change your financial future? Let's go back to 1975. The United States Mint was churning out millions of pennies, and the Lincoln cent had been in circulation for over 60 years. But somewhere in the process, a handful of pennies slipped through the cracks, a production error so rare that it could never be replicated. These pennies emerged without a mint mark, and that tiny detail would catapult them into the realm of high-value collectibles. Imagine that, an error that turns a single cent into nearly $1 million treasure. Here's where it gets exciting and urgent. Every year, more and more collectors, investors, and treasure hunters scour the country, looking for this elusive 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. The market demand is absolutely insatiable. Dealers are willing to pay top dollar, and auctions can spark fierce bidding wars. And here's a little secret. Unlike stocks or real estate, tangible collectibles like this coin don't vanish. They appreciate in rarity. The fear? If you wait too long, someone else will claim the prize, and that opportunity might never come back. Don't let that happen to you. Your chance could be sitting quietly in a coin jar right now. And here's a humorous thought to keep your mind sharp. Imagine trying to pay for your groceries with a penny worth $999,000. You'd probably get a very awkward conversation with the cashier. Sir, is this some kind of joke? But that's the beauty of rare coins. They exist in a world entirely different from everyday money, quietly holding unimaginable value. Now, let's connect the dots. You've got a coin, or you might have one hidden in a collection. It's rare, highly sought after, and worth nearly $1 million. But this is not just about money. It's about legacy, status, and the thrill of discovery. Imagine the doors that open when you hold a piece of history that others covet. Imagine the stories you'll tell, the excitement in your circle, the sense of security in owning a truly unique asset. And here's the most important part. Action matters. The 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is not a maybe someday kind of treasure. It's highly demanded, extremely rare. And in today's market, collectors are paying record-breaking amounts. The window to sell, and to sell smart, is open now. Don't leave it to chance. The next step is to authenticate, understand its value, and place it where it belongs, in the hands of someone who recognizes its true worth. And in doing so, you secure not just money, but respect, prestige, and a tangible piece of American history. So, if you have coins tucked away, don't ignore them. Dust them off, examine them closely, and know that among the ordinary, extraordinary wealth can be hidden. The 1975 Lincoln penny with no mint mark is not just a coin. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And opportunities like this, they don't wait. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that, for decades, has been sitting quietly in a drawer, ordinary to the casual eye, yet capable of transforming your financial destiny in a heartbeat. Yes, I'm talking about the 2017 D-Mint mark Lincoln penny error, one of the rarest coins in the United States today. A coin so extraordinary that its current market value has surged to a staggering $981,000. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $1 million for a single penny. But here's the question that might be keeping you awake tonight. What if you already own one? Or worse, What if you throw it away without even realizing its worth? It's easy to overlook a small copper coin. After all, it's just a penny, right? But in the rare world of coin collecting, size doesn't dictate value. Rarity does. And this particular 2017 D Lincoln penny is not just rare. It's legendary. Coins like this are not merely collectibles. They are keys to financial freedom, and perhaps even the lifestyle you've been dreaming of. Let's rewind for a moment. The 2017 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and most are just ordinary pennies, passing from pocket to pocket unnoticed. But a handful of these coins were struck with an incredible error, a misplaced or doubled mint mark that makes them virtually one of a kind. Picture this: among billions of coins, only a few bear this defining flaw. That's like finding a golden ticket in a pile of ordinary chocolate bars. Now, let me ask you something. How would it feel to stumble across a coin worth nearly $1 million? Hidden in your own kitchen drawer? The excitement, the disbelief, the adrenaline. It's a feeling that money simply can't buy. And the urgency is real. Collectors and investors are aggressively hunting for this coin. The market is red hot. One moment you're casually holding a penny. The next, you could be holding nearly $1 million asset in your hand. But here's the twist. Most people will never see this opportunity. They overlook the subtle details, the mint mark placement, the doubling. And that's exactly why those who do notice it are the ones living a wealthy, inspired lifestyle. And yes, you might be thinking, it's just a penny. How could anyone be so obsessed with it? Well, consider this. The very same penny error that seems trivial to most is now officially valued at $981,000 on the current market. And collectors are desperate. They're willing to pay top dollar because this coin is in extremely high demand. Imagine telling your friends at a dinner party, "I just sold my penny for almost $1 million," and watching their jaws drop. They'll laugh, they'll scoff, but deep down, they'll be thinking, why didn't I check my own drawers? It's almost like a treasure hunt in your own home. Without the maps, without the pirates, but with all the rewards. So what does this mean for you? It means opportunity is knocking loudly, urgently, and in a way that doesn't come around often. If you have old pennies lying around, if you've collected Lincoln cents over the years, now is the moment to examine them with the care of a professional. A single glance could reveal a fortune. The 2017 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny error is not just a coin. It's a doorway to wealth, a conversation starter, and a tangible reminder that fortune favors the observant and the bold. Imagine transforming an overlooked penny into life-changing wealth. Imagine the freedom, the security, the luxury lifestyle that comes with knowing you made a discovery that others missed. This coin is in high demand, and the market isn't slowing down. Every day you wait could be another day someone else turns their ordinary penny into extraordinary wealth. If you've ever thought that your old coins were just sentimental keepsakes, think again. One glance, one careful examination, and you could be holding nearly $1 million in your hand. The 2017 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny error isn't just a coin. It's your chance to step into a world of opportunity that many will never even know exists. So don't wait. Don't dismiss the small and ordinary. Look closely, act wisely, and seize the extraordinary. After all, a single penny could change everything. And who knows? That next coin you pick up could be the one that transforms your life forever. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a simple, everyday penny. Now, imagine that this ordinary piece of metal could be your golden ticket to unimaginable wealth. Sounds like a dream, right? But for a rare few, that dream is very real. Today, we're diving into the story of the 2006 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin so rare and so highly sought after that collectors are willing to pay an eye-watering $782,000 for a single piece. That's right, more than most people make in a lifetime. But here's the kicker. Most people don't even realize they might already own one. Before we go further, let me ask you something. Have you ever casually glanced at your jar of spare change and wondered, could one of these be worth more than my car? Funny thought, right? But for some Americans, that thought has turned into reality. The story begins at the United States Mint in 2006, when a very small batch of pennies was struck with a rare error that makes them incredibly valuable. Errors happen, but only a few coins have the perfect combination of rarity, historical significance, and condition to reach astronomical prices. The 2006 Lincoln penny era is one of those once-in-a-lifetime treasures. And here's why it matters to you. If you're holding an old penny from this era, you could be sitting on a fortune you never imagined. Now, let's talk about why this penny is in such high demand. Most collectors are hunting for coins with minting anomalies, tiny mistakes that make a coin one of a kind. This 2006 penny era is exactly that, a coin that was never supposed to exist in its exact form. Its rarity makes it incredibly valuable. Imagine walking into a coin shop, casually laying down your penny, and watching the expert's eyes widen in disbelief. Excitement, fear, and anticipation, all in one moment. That's the emotional power this coin holds. Here's a fun thought. Most people spend more on a cup of coffee than this coin's weight in gold. And yet, they overlook the chance to uncover life-changing value in their own home. But timing is everything. Every day, more collectors are entering the market, and these pennies are being snapped up faster than ever. If you're thinking, maybe I'll check later, here's a wake-up call. Waiting could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, hundreds of thousands. And let's sprinkle a little humor here. Imagine telling your friends that your spare change collection just made you a millionaire. They'll probably think you've lost it, until you casually hand them a coin worth nearly $800,000. Suddenly, you're the person everyone wants to be around. That's the level of intrigue and excitement this coin brings. So, what does this mean for you right now? It's simple. If you've got pennies from the early 2000s, especially those minted in Denver, it's time to look closely. Every coin could hold the secret to a fortune, and the market shows no signs of slowing. In fact, experts predict that rarity and demand will continue to drive prices higher. The 2006 Lincoln penny era isn't just a collectible. It's a ticket to financial freedom, a tangible piece of history that could transform your life. Imagine the moment you finally sell your coin and realize the wealth you've unlocked. Think about the freedom to live life on your terms, travel without worry, invest boldly, or even start the business you've always dreamed of. This isn't just about coins, it's about opportunity. And here's the truth. Opportunities like this are fleeting. Every day that passes, someone else might be claiming the fortune that could have been yours, so don't let a tiny piece of metal slip through your fingers. Check your collection, explore your jars of pennies, and take the first step toward discovering if you're holding a potential $782,000 treasure in your hand. The 2006 Lincoln penny era isn't just rare. It's legendary, highly demanded, and could be your gateway to extraordinary wealth. Remember, history favors the bold. Will you be the one to uncover this secret, or will someone else beat you to it? Time is ticking, and your fortune may be waiting right under your nose. Imagine holding a simple copper penny in your hand, something most of us toss into jars or forget in the bottom of drawers. But what if I told you that one tiny, almost invisible detail could turn that humble coin into nearly $1 million treasure? Yes, nearly $1 million for a single 1994 Lincoln penny, and it's sitting quietly, waiting for someone sharp enough to spot it. Today, we're diving into the story of the 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny coin era, a rare gem that has collectors, investors, and coin enthusiasts buzzing with excitement. And if you're someone who has even a passing interest in rare coins, or simply wants to unlock hidden wealth from your own collection, this video is your roadmap. Now, before we go any further, ask yourself this. How many of the coins in your drawer could actually be a secret gold mine? Yes, it's a scary thought, but also an exhilarating one. And the truth is, these coins don't wait. The market moves fast, and the demand for this specific penny has skyrocketed. Let's take a step back. In 1994, the United States Mint produced millions of pennies. Most of them are ordinary, everyday coins worth exactly 1 cent. But in a rare twist of fate, a very small batch of pennies was struck without a mint mark. These coins, unlike their siblings, didn't carry the letter D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. On the surface, it seems like a tiny detail, almost laughably insignificant. But in the world of coin collecting, that tiny omission can create an astronomical difference. Collectors call it the 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny error. It's one of those rare anomalies that happens when the machinery, for just a moment, doesn't follow the usual process. And in that moment, something magical and incredibly valuable is created. It's like being in the right place at the right time in history, except this is history you can hold in your hand. And here's where it gets thrilling. Experts estimate that the current market value for this coin has climbed to $987,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, nearly $1 million for a coin most people wouldn't even glance at. The demand is off the charts because wealthy collectors know that owning one of these pennies isn't just owning a coin. It's owning a piece of American history, a symbol of exclusivity, and a potential ticket to instant prestige. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sure, but I don't have one of these. But let me ask this. How many times have you overlooked coins in drawers, boxes, or old collections at your parents' house? Fear not. Many people discover these treasures in the most unexpected places, often when they least expect it. That's the excitement, the thrill, and the urgency wrapped into one tiny copper coin. Here's the real moment of truth. If you own a coin collection, even a modest one, it's worth taking the time to inspect every single penny carefully. One 1994 Lincoln penny without a mint mark could change everything. This is not a rumor or speculation. It's a fact backed by collectors, investors, and verified auction sales. Every day you wait could mean missing out because these coins are so rare that once they hit the market, they sell almost instantly. Think about the lifestyle this could unlock. For someone living a wealthy lifestyle, it's not just about the money. It's about the thrill of discovery, the excitement of holding history in your hands, and the undeniable satisfaction of knowing you're part of an exclusive circle of collectors. And here's a humorous thought to reset your mind. Imagine telling your friends, "I made $1 million from a coin I found under the couch cushions." That's the kind of story that turns heads and wallets. The market is highly competitive. Experts say that coins like the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny are in unprecedented demand right now. Every auction, every private sale, is a race to acquire these treasures. That's why timing is everything. If you have even a single penny from 1994, examine it closely. Look for the absence of a mint mark, compare it to verified examples, and consider reaching out to a professional appraiser. Because here's the ultimate truth. This isn't just a coin. It's a life-changing opportunity. A single small detail on a tiny penny could transform your financial future, your legacy, and even your sense of excitement about the world. And while the rest of the world continues to toss coins into jars, you have the chance to discover something extraordinary. A real treasure hiding in plain sight, so don't wait. Dust off that coin collection. Inspect those pennies. That 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny might just be sitting quietly, waiting for the moment you realize its full, almost unimaginable value. And when you do, you'll be holding not just a coin, but nearly $1 million key to a world of excitement, wealth, and prestige. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in the palm of your hand. A coin so rare, so coveted, that it can turn an ordinary collection into a fortune overnight. Today, we're diving into one of the most extraordinary finds in American numismatics, the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Yes, the very coin you might have tossed in a jar or forgotten in a drawer could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and collectors are practically fighting over every single one. If you've ever wondered whether a humble penny could make you wealthy beyond imagination, this is your wake-up call. Now, before you start laughing, a penny? Really? Let me tell you, not all pennies are created equal. Some, due to rare minting errors, become legendary in the collector world. And this coin, it is the holy grail of modern Lincoln cents. In today's market, a single 1989 no-mint mark penny has sold for a staggering $666,000. That's right, almost $750,000 for what most people would call loose change. Let's take a step back and understand why this coin is so extraordinary. In 1989, pennies were being struck at multiple U.S. mints, each typically stamped with a small mint mark indicating its origin. Denver, Philadelphia, San Francisco, every penny had its own tiny signature. But, in a twist of fate and error, a small batch of pennies slipped through the system with no mint mark at all. Imagine that the mint accidentally created what collectors call an error coin, a coin so rare that it has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. And here's where the excitement and urgency kicks in. These coins are not just rare, they are extremely rare. Only a handful exist in perfect, uncirculated condition. Hold one in your hand and you are literally holding a coin that history itself almost erased. The thought of someone discovering this coin in a dusty drawer, unknowingly, while the rest of the world is hunting desperately for one. It's thrilling, it's nerve-wracking, and yes, it's a little terrifying. Because if you don't check your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune and never even know it. Here's a little humor to reset our minds. Imagine your dog walking across the floor, stepping on a penny that could be worth $666K, and you never find out. Wouldn't that make you want to double-check your coin jars tonight? The truth is, people have found this coin in the most unexpected places. Under couch cushions, in old coin rolls, even in family inheritance collections. Collectors are willing to pay eye-watering sums for these coins. The market is hot, and the demand is only growing. Think of it as a gold rush, but for pennies. And in this gold rush, missing out isn't just disappointing. It's costly. Now, let's connect the dots. You've heard the story, you know the stakes, and you understand the rarity. The 1989 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is not just a coin. It is a symbol of opportunity, timing, and foresight. Owning one is like owning a piece of American history that also comes with the potential to transform your financial life. The excitement here isn't just about money. It's about being part of a community that recognizes value, scarcity, and legacy. And here's the kicker. The market for this coin is white-hot right now. With collectors and investors constantly competing, the price only climbs. If you happen to have this penny, even tucked away unnoticed, you are sitting on a ticket to potentially life-changing wealth. Don't wait for someone else to scoop up your fortune. Every moment you hesitate is a moment where someone else might make the sale that should have been yours. So tonight, I urge you to take action. Check your collections. Inspect your old coin rolls. That humble Lincoln penny could be worth more than your car, your vacation home, or even your retirement account. Remember, history favors the bold, and in this case, the bold could be you. Because when you find it, when you hold it, and when you finally realize its true worth, you won't just own a coin. You'll own a legend, a story, and a fortune that could redefine your life. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could instantly transform your financial world. A coin so rare, so elusive, that collectors would pay hundreds of thousands of dollars just for the chance to own it. Today, we're diving into one of the most extraordinary secrets of the numismatic world. The 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. A penny worth nearly $770,000 in today's market. But here's the twist. Most people walk past this treasure every day without even realizing it. Could one of these be sitting quietly in your drawer, waiting to make you a millionaire? Before we go any further, think about this. When was the last time a coin smaller than your thumb commanded a six-figure price tag? And yet, this penny, seemingly ordinary, carries a story that could literally change your life. But beware, this isn't just an opportunity. It's a fleeting moment in time. These coins are vanishing from circulation faster than you can say, collector's jackpot. Let's rewind to 1984. The United States Mint was churning out billions of pennies, most destined to disappear into pockets, jars, and cash registers. But in the chaos of mass production, a rare error occurred. A batch of pennies was struck without a mint mark, making them virtually indistinguishable from the ordinary penny until you look closely. These errors are not just mistakes. They are whispers of history, anomalies that become legends. Now, here's a moment to reset your attention. Imagine you're at the grocery store, buying a pack of gum, and in your change you spot a coin that could fund a dream home, a luxury car collection, or a world cruise. That's the kind of, did I just hit the lottery? Excitement we're talking about. Collectors are desperate for these no-mint mark 1984 pennies, and the market reflects that hunger. In fact, the most recent sale went for $769,000. Think about that number for a second. That's not a typo. That's not a pipe dream. That's real money, real collectors, and real proof that the right coin at the right time can be life-changing. The irony is delicious. It's a coin you could have had in your pocket for decades, completely unnoticed, while others were chasing stocks, bonds, and digital assets. But here's where fear creeps in. Time is not on your side. The window to sell or even identify such a penny is closing rapidly. Every day that passes, more collectors snap up these treasures. Every moment you hesitate is another opportunity lost to someone else. That's why understanding the market and recognizing these rare coins is not just smart. It's urgent. So what does this mean for you? If you own or discover a 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, you're holding more than metal. You're holding a key to extraordinary wealth. You're standing at the crossroads between ordinary and extraordinary, and the path is yours to choose. Think about it. Most people never get the chance to touch something with such power. This is a coin that doesn't just sit in a collection. It commands attention, ignites excitement, and can vault its owner into a world of luxury and freedom that most only dream about. And here's the kicker: these pennies are in high demand. Serious collectors, wealthy investors, and coin experts are circling these coins like hawks. The longer you wait, the harder it will be to sell at top dollar. Now, let's be real for a moment. You might be thinking, a penny? Really? And that's exactly why most people never see the treasure in their hands. The joke is on them, but it could be your turn to laugh last. One ordinary-looking penny could become the ticket to your most ambitious dreams. If you're ready to step into this world, identify your coin, and explore its true value, now is the time to act. Don't let a chance like this slip into history. The 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of opportunity, timing, and the wealth that awaits those who see what others overlook. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in the palm of your hand. A coin so rare, so extraordinary, that it could turn a simple curiosity into a life-changing fortune. Today, we're diving into one of the most sought-after coins in American numismatics, the 1969 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny error. Yes, you heard that right, this isn't just any penny. One slip at the mint nearly 60 years ago has made this coin a golden ticket for collectors and investors alike. And here's the kicker. Some of these pennies are currently valued at an astonishing $834,000. Can you even picture that? $500,000. Almost $1 million. Tucked away in a tiny, copper disc that most of us toss into a jar. Now, pause for a second and imagine if that penny was sitting quietly in your collection or hidden in an old drawer. Wouldn't you feel a rush of excitement? Maybe even a bit of regret for not checking? This is not just a story about a coin. It's about opportunity, history, and the kind of wealth most people only dream about. And the truth is, these pennies don't sit around waiting for you. They're being hunted, coveted, and sold for jaw-dropping prices every single day. So if you've got old pennies, this video could change everything for you. Let's step back for a moment. The year was 1969. The United States was in the midst of immense cultural change, a country full of ambition, bold moves, and historic moments. At the Philadelphia and Denver mints, workers were producing Lincoln pennies, the familiar 1-cent coin we all know. But somewhere along the production line in Denver, something extraordinary happened. An accidental doubling of the mint mark. Instead of a single D beneath Lincoln's bust, some coins received a ghostly second impression. Now, I know what you're thinking. A double D? How could that be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Here's the truth. Mistakes like this in minting are incredibly rare. Out of millions of pennies produced in 1969, only a handful have this error in pristine, collectible condition. Collectors and investors literally fight over these coins. And that's where the urgency comes in. These coins are vanishing from circulation. They are no longer hidden in jars or couch cushions. The market is hunting them down aggressively. And here's a little side thought to keep you smiling. Imagine telling a friend, "I just sold a penny for more than my car." That's the reality for some lucky collectors. But don't laugh too hard. It could be you. The 1969 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny error isn't just a coin. It's proof that extraordinary wealth can hide in the most ordinary places. The longer you wait, the more likely you are to miss your chance. So what does this mean for you right now? If you've got old pennies in your possession, don't overlook them. One of these could be sitting quietly in a shoebox or forgotten in a coin album, waiting to make someone's day or change their life. The current market value of a verified, perfect 1969 D Lincoln penny error is around $834,000, and it's climbing steadily. The coin market rewards those who act decisively. Timing and knowledge are everything. Think of it like this. Most people walk past history every day without even realizing it. But those who spot the opportunity, who dig a little deeper and recognize the value, are the ones who step into a world of wealth and prestige. You have the power to be that person. It's not just about selling a coin. It's about claiming a piece of history, turning a moment of luck into life-changing financial freedom. So take a second right now. Look at your old coins. Could one of them be the legendary 1969 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny error? Don't let it slip away. The moment to act is today, before someone else turns your forgotten treasure into a fortune. Remember, wealth isn't always found in banks or stock charts. Sometimes, it's copper, minted decades ago, quietly waiting for someone with vision and courage to recognize its value. And maybe, just maybe, that someone is you. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. It's small, unassuming, just a shiny little penny. Yet hidden in plain sight is a secret worth nearly $1 million. Today, we're diving into one of the most extraordinary coin errors in American history, the 1968 S Mint Mark Lincoln penny. That's right. A single mint mark, overlooked for decades, has transformed ordinary collectors into millionaires. If you've ever found an old penny in your change jar, your pulse might just spike. And if you've been underestimating your coin collection, now is the moment to wake up. Because what you dismiss as just pocket change could literally be a life-changing treasure. Now, before you roll your eyes thinking, a penny? Really? Let me stop you right there. Yes, a penny. But this is no ordinary penny. In fact, the 1968 S Lincoln cent with a mint mark error is so rare, so astonishing, that collectors are scrambling to get their hands on it, driving the market value to a staggering $985,000. That's not a typo. Nearly $1 million for a coin that most people have walked past their whole lives. And if you think that sounds like a fairy tale, just wait. The story only gets more thrilling. Let's rewind for a moment. 1968 was a year of change, chaos, and opportunity in America. The streets were alive with energy, the economy was shifting, and in the quiet, mechanical hum of the U.S. Mint, an error was born. A tiny misstrike created a variation so unique that the mint itself could never reproduce it. This coin carries not just metal, but history, rarity, and prestige. Owning one is like holding a secret handshake with destiny, a private club where membership costs nearly $1 million. Now, imagine for a moment that you've stumbled upon this penny in a dusty old box or a forgotten drawer. Your heart races. You wonder, could this be the one? Would you recognize it if you saw it? And here's the kicker. Most people won't because the market is flooded with common pennies, and only a few know the difference. This is where urgency hits. Every day that passes is another day someone else might claim what could have been yours. And let's be honest. Do you want to be the person looking back, wishing you had checked that old jar of coins? Or do you want to be the one sipping champagne, knowing you've unlocked a rare fortune? Oh, and speaking of champagne, did you know that one of these pennies recently sold in a private auction? Not at a flea market, not at eBay, but a carefully orchestrated collector's auction, for nearly $1 million? That's right, almost $1 million. And this isn't some inflated headline. It's the real, hard-hitting market value today. The world of coin collecting can be ruthless if you hesitate, but exhilarating if you act. Here's where it gets even more compelling. The 1968 S Mint Mark Lincoln penny is more than a coin. It's a ticket to a lifestyle most people only dream of. You're talking about the freedom to travel without a second thought, to invest in opportunities others can only read about, to truly live life on your own terms. But treasures like this don't stay hidden forever. Collectors, investors, and even legacy coin dealers are constantly scouring attics, basements, and safes for exactly this piece. The clock is ticking. So, if you have old coins, even the smallest ones, don't dismiss them. Take a closer look. Because this isn't about luck. It's about recognizing value where others see none. Your ordinary penny could be extraordinary. And remember, opportunities like this come once in a lifetime. The moment to act is now. Before someone else claims the fortune that might have been sitting quietly in your hands all along. So here's the truth. The 1968 Mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's your chance at financial freedom, legacy, and prestige. And if you've been holding on to a collection, it's time to have it evaluated by professionals who can authenticate and help you unlock its true value. Don't let history, rarity, and opportunity slip through your fingers. Because pennies might be small, but their impact monumental.